So about 2 years ago, we bought some Nerf blasters for my kids. They were like 7 and 9 at the time, and we bought the standard thing that everybody gets, right? Nerf Maverick. I really like the Nerf Maverick. I like it a lot. And I mean, it's 6 shots. The performance was a lot better than anything that I had when I was a kid. And the kids really seemed to like it, and they played with them off and on, as kids will want to play with toys off and on for the better part of the good year that they had those. And every once in a while I would play with them, and we'd go outside and we'd shoot each other. And the thing was that they had their Mavericks, and then I had a barrel break. And the barrel break is a terrible, terrible Nerf blaster. And I said to myself, you know what, I need a blaster of my own. And I didn't want to get a Maverick necessarily, or I was going to get 2 Mavericks so I could hold off both my kids at the same time. So I finally made the decision I was going to go ahead and go to the store and buy myself a Nerf blaster. And I walked into the store and something caught my eye. And really it kind of put me down the road to a very different road than I was expecting. I was expecting grabbing something that I could use to just play with my kids and that'd be the end of it. But what I came across was this. Yes, that's right. It's the Mega Magnus. I love the Mega Magnus. I totally love this blaster. I love this blaster for a lot of reasons. Number one, compared to the Mavericks, right? This thing flies straighter, and it seemed to fly farther, and the kids were like, ow, that stings, and that kind of satisfied a small parental father-son sort of thing that I have. The darts are comical. I love the size of these darts. I look at them and I laugh. It's just hilarious. I love the sound. I love the sound of the Magnus. Oh yeah, my kids go running when they hear that. They know that things are about to get real. The other thing I love about the Magnus is it fit my hand quite nicely. It was, I don't have the biggest hands on the planet. So, it felt good to me. It looks good to me. It looks like a lawgiver. It looks like a Warhammer 40k bolt pistol to a certain extent. And I was like, yeah, okay, I like this. What's lost on me not, as is everybody else who has a Magnus, is this is it. Internal magazine of 3 rounds. That's terrible. That really didn't level the playing field. I found myself reloading a lot, and reloading this thing takes a little while to get the hang of it, but even if you get the hang of it, it seems disproportionately longer than what the kids were doing per round on their Mavericks. And while they're still shooting at me with half a cylinder, I find myself reaching into a pocket because I'm already out after 3. What I found myself doing after a while, which is keeping darts in a pocket and just breech loading like a musket, I found my rate of fire actually went up that way over the course of firing 21 to 30 rounds, which seemed kind of odd, but I love the Magnus. And I wasn't about ready to give up on the Magnus, and so I did what anybody does in the 21st century. I went to the internet and I typed in Nerf Magnus, and then the first Google drop-down was mod, and then after that was modification. I was like, oh? And that was that. I clicked on Nerf Magnus mod, and all of a sudden the nerfing, modifying, NIC community just exploded in front of me. And I've spent the last 4 months watching and reading and thrifting, buying things. I mean, over the course of the next couple months, I'm going to show you to what extent I've been working on trying to build myself up. And I'm in Salem, Oregon, so it's like I'm far away from any of these big communities. I would have found out about this a lot sooner if I was in the South, maybe, or if I was down in California or Australia for how crazy the Aussies are down there. I love what they do. The problem is that there just wasn't, it doesn't feel like there's a super strong community. I knew about HVZ, I'd heard HVZ, but I didn't understand the rules and I never investigated it, or I might have found out sooner that way. Anyway, I went to the internet for mods and I found this whole community and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. This is my new hobby, the birth of a Nerfer. The thing though that was killing me though is that there were a lot of Magnus modifications out there that were just taking the clip of a Centurion, bolting it to the inside. So instead of a 3-round internal magazine, it was a 6-round internal magazine, or 9 if you could attach it without putting as much of the clip on the inside. And I was like, you know what, that's probably what I'll do. And then, one day I stumbled across this guy, the UK Nerf War, on Facebook, and there it is. That's what I wanted, a drop clip Magnus, because the drop clip Magnus makes the most sense. It's what everybody wants the Magnus to be if you're going to go into this. If you look at this and say, this is dumb and I'm not going to do this, and you're not going to want a Magnus, and I get that and I understand that, and that's all well and good. I have no qualms with that, but this is comical. This makes me happy. This satisfies a primal part of my XY chromosome, and I determined that I was going to make this happen. The problem is that there's just pictures here. And I looked for a write-up and I couldn't find a write-up. So I went ahead and just pulled out a Dremel and went hacking anyway. And after a caffeine-fueled night and a 24-hour period of hacking and slashing and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, lo and behold, there it is. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an electrician. I'm a liberal arts major. And a liberal arts major with a Dremel made himself a... Wait for it. Okay, I think I have to fire it first. No, it's not primed. There we go. That's good. I'm glad it's not primed, because then I do this and I do... Oh! Oh no! It's a drop clip Magnus. Hello! Very excited about this. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. There's only one thing I still have to do from a, let me see, I don't have quite the fit right all the time. Oh, and I didn't slam it, stupid dart tooth, right? There we go. So it does fire. The only thing I don't have is, I don't have a mechanism yet. I don't know where I'm going to put the mechanism. It'll probably be on the side. Where my thumb probably will be, to do the drop. Because right now, okay, please do this for me. I want you to fail. I give you permission to fail. Right now, the fit is not snug enough. Oh, dang it. There we go. Ha-ha! This guy will fall off from time to time. So we're still working on that. But as far as like the proof of concept is concerned, this is totally doable and incredibly easy. And did I slam you hard enough? Yeah. So as long as I like, oops. So what I find is if I keep my hand on the front here, like, oh, I'm getting you, right? And then it primes. Oh, am I out? I am out. Sweet. So if I hold my hand in the front and trigger, prime, trigger with the right hand, I can actually get a good rate of fire. It doesn't jam on me, so I've got a little bit of tinkering left to do. But it is everything that you were hoping for as far as a drop clip mod is concerned. So I've got in the comments below a link to the write-up, and I think I'm going to follow this video with, I'm going to follow up this video with the actual video montage of the various... Oh no! Oh, my screensaver kicked in. Oh. So, there you have it. Proof of concept video. In the comments below, I've got a link to the actual write-up, and I will also be working on and releasing sometime today, maybe tomorrow, the actual like ins and outs of how I did it and what parts I ran into and what some of the problems I ran into and what the solutions to those problems were one day. And it'll be less for those of you who've been doing this for years. You're going to be able to like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then like a half an hour later, you're going to be done. The only thing I have to do now is thrift shop for some more Centurions. This clip came from a Centurion at my local Goodwill for $7. So I felt that $7 for a Centurion clip was a good price to pay. Anyway. Hope this was informative. Welcome everybody. Hi, I'm a Nerfer and I'm on board. And hopefully we'll be able to present some more of my work as the months go along. So, with that, thank you. Hope this was informative. Insert catchy log off phrase here, and we'll see you later.